Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope everybody out there is doing well. I am going to take a quick second, Pisces, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Pisces. So guys, just take what resonates for you and simply leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind the energies can also reverse. So if it's resonating, Pisces, you get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that is obviously not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? Pisces. All right, Pisces, you're starting out with Justice in the reverse. You have the King of Wands reversed, and you have the Seven of Swords. Ouch. All right, so I feel like you're feeling kind of put off, like somebody has done something deceptive to you. You're kind of waiting to see what, if there's more, if there's more information coming out, if it's going to be, rectified. There's a sense of you not really communicating. You're kind of held back. You're not doing anything. You're not talking about it. You're just kind of waiting to see, is this person going to make this right or not? But you do feel like this is an injustice to you. There's also a sense here that, it was a very unbalanced situation. So I do see you not really taking any action on it, not really communicating about it, waiting to see. But whatever this person has done has really destroyed the trust. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Pisces energy. All right, so the person in your energy has the moon in reverse. You could be dealing with a Cancer sign. We have the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Cups. All right, so this person feels like, something here has been revealed. They feel exposed. They were hiding things, so you were correct. And whatever it is that was hidden has now come out into the light. It's been exposed, and they're aware of this. This is a big problem for this person. They're feeling extremely overwhelmed. They're having a very difficult time feeling as exposed as they are. And with the Eight of Cups, this person is walking away from this situation. So let me see. Show me the energy between Pisces and this person. The Devil, yeah. It was toxic. There was something toxic here. It wasn't a balanced and equal give and take. It was very unbalanced. And so whatever this person has been hiding has been exposed. And you're like, you're toxic as hell. All right, so let me see what is affecting this connection. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. Show me what's affecting this situation for Pisces. Yeah, you're really starting to look at this person differently now because of all this deception that got brought out into the light. The Hangman in reverse. You're looking at them differently. Yeah, it's a new perspective. It took a long time to get here, though. It took quite a bit of time. And you're just, even now, you're not really like confronting this person, as it were. You're not really taking action towards them at all. I feel like at some point you were very passionate with this person, and now you've kind of lost the passion. You're looking at them very differently than you did. And I feel like this person knows that their time is up. They're aware of it. So let me see your outcome. Yeah, this has been difficult, I can see. Some of you might be dealing with another Pisces. Show me the outcome for Pisces, please. The World in reverse. Whatever this is not completely over. Even though I see this person walking away from the situation, it's more of an avoidance. And you're kind of over here, basically waiting to see what they're going to say. Waiting to see if they're going to, come back in and try to make amends. There is a lack of clarity right now, but it's not over here because the World is in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Star card. That's underlying energy. Now, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but I feel like this person has crushed your hopes and your dreams here. There's definitely a need for healing. So let me clarify your reading. Spirit, why is justice in reverse for Pisces? Yeah, again, you don't trust them. 9 of Wands. It's introduced a lot of problems into the situation. Ace of Cups reversed. You're feeling extremely drained by this situation. I do feel like whatever this is was going on for quite some time. You may have been suspicious, but now whatever it is confirmed. It did end this connection. Let me see why the King of Wands is in reverse. Show me the King of Wands reversed. King of Wands in the upright. And the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so basically you're waiting to see, is this person going, because they've walked away, is this person going to take action? You know, are they going to come back in? They abandoned you. They abandoned the situation. You feel a bit rejected. And I feel like you're waiting to see, is this person going to actually take action and come back in and try to make the situation right? Try to, you know, reconcile with you. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of you, in spite of the circumstances, you would like to resolve the problems and learn from them and move forward. So I do feel that, I feel like a lot of you would like to work things out. But I do also feel like this person has drained the heck out of you and you're exhausted. Let me see the 7 of Swords. Show me the 7 of Swords. For Pisces, please show me the 7 of Swords. Yeah, 7 of Swords is clarifying the 7 of Swords. Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah, it looks like it was likely of a sexual nature. There was something deceptive here, lying, cheating, stealing, but the cheating card is definitely here. I feel like it's ended this connection between you and them, but you still would be, you would consider working this out with them. Let me look at their energy. Let's see what they're doing. Show me the Moon card for the person in Pisces energy. All right, we have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords reversed. Yeah, they do want to work things out. They know that what they did was a betrayal. This person betrayed you. They're aware of it. Yeah, they're aware of it. It's out in the open now. There was a betrayal that ended the connection. They know that you don't trust them. It was a very painful ending. They know they brought a lot of pain into the situation, but they still are looking at you as being their happiness. Why is the 10 of Wands here? I mean, I do see them at least taking some accountability. All right, the Moon and the Queen of Cups. All right, so the problem is that they know that they love you, but there could be more secrets. And if there's not, they feel like you believe there are. I do feel like you believe that there are more secrets. And I have to be honest with you. I do think there is. Now, do they love you? Yes, they do. But they are also aware that the secrets are what caused all the problems. So I feel like this person, they sabotaged this connection and they're aware of it. They are highly focused on you, but they know they've caused a lot of problems here with this betrayal. Let me see the 8 of Cups. Show me the 8 of Cups for the person in Pisces energy. Now, you might be dealing with another water sign. Like I said earlier, Pisces is very strong, but there's also Cancerian and possibly, let's see, Pisces, or possibly Scorpio energy. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the 10 of Coins. So I do feel like this person, I feel like they walked away in order to avoid responsibility. This is somebody who is very tightly tied to either close friends or family who is very supportive of them. And if that's the case, they have people telling them, look, why did you walk away? You need to go back in. You need to take charge of this situation, and you need to put this on a better footing. So I do feel that they are listening to whoever this is, and somebody is giving them good advice, which is a relief, because so often it's not that way. With the Wheel of Fortune, this person does want to come back in. They do want to, turn the page, as it were. The problem is that they just want to turn the page and just move back to where the two of you were. And I don't think that that's possible. I think that the deception has to be dealt with. Otherwise, it's just going to be sweeping it under the rug, and it's not going to go away. It's just going to be buried. This person does feel like they could have everything with you. They see you as happiness. They see you as somebody that they could have a long-term, relationship with. They're aware that, this would be a very nice relationship on all levels. So I do feel like they want to move things forward. The problem is I don't see them actually taking action. Let me see the Devil. Show me the Devil, the energy between Pisces and this person. Yeah, some of you are dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Gemini energy is here. All right, we have the Two of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. All right, so I do feel that this person is going to reach out to you at some point, if they haven't already. This person feels like your soulmates, and I feel like they do want to repair the damage that has been done here. They're aware that their behavior was toxic. I do feel like this was an extremely passionate connection between you and this person, but I also see that emotionally you're very drained and you don't trust this person. You're in a glow-up energy. You're definitely in a glow-up energy. I feel like you're very charismatic, Pisces. You're somebody that people really like being around. You're very passionate. And they know that other people are attracted to you. So that might be what's prompting them to move towards you. Let me see the Hangman in reverse. Show me the Hangman in reverse. Yeah, some of you have been waiting for this person to come back in and make right on this, particularly if you're dealing with a fire sign. All right, we have the Eight of Wands reverse. We have the Seven of Wands. All right, so this person is very defensive about these secrets. They're very defensive because you believe that there's more secrets, or they think that you do. They're very defensive about this. They're defensive about all the problems that have been caused here. But again, I do feel that there are other people in their energy that are saying, what you did to Pisces was wrong. This wasn't okay. So this person is trying to defend themselves because they've got not only knowing that you are looking at them as what are you going to do about it? You betrayed me. But other people are also telling them the same thing. So this is why they are defensive. I do feel that what is affecting the connection is that it's changed your perspective entirely on how you view this person. And I do feel like you kind of shut down, you pulled back, you were not communicating. So there may have been a gap in the communication. And you're basically saying, that this person needs to be the one to take the action in order to move things forward because you did nothing wrong. Yeah, so I don't feel like you're going to take the action. I feel like you're saying, you need to come in and handle this because I did nothing wrong. And I would have to agree with you, which is making this person more defensive. You could have even had some conflict with this person, and then you wound up having to block them, like on social media or, within, or maybe on your phone. I don't know. Let me look at your outcome. Show me the outcome for Pisces and this person. All right, we have the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, the thing is, Pisces, is this person does feel like they could have everything with you. But they really sabotage this connection. And I feel like you just don't trust them any longer. I will say that for some of you, there's somebody new coming into the picture. If you haven't met them, you will. There's a new energy that is present here, and it could lead to some kind of commitment if you chose to accept it. Now, with regard to this person in your energy, I do feel like they're going to try to turn over a new leaf. They're going to try to bring this to a better place. They're realizing that they really screwed up here and that you're aware of it. Now, I do think that they might have some more secrets that you're unaware of. So just know that going in. But I also feel like this person is going to try to end the conflict. I can see there's been conflict between the two of you, which is natural. I mean, because of the betrayal and, you know, their deceitful behavior. So I can understand why there would be, you know, conflict. They're going to try to resolve that. They have been in their ego, and they are stepping out of that ego. They're grounding themselves, and they're trying to bring in a stable, committed new beginning between the two of you. Neither of you feel like everything is over between both of you. And I feel like if this person does right by you, if they come in correctly and they are, you know, basically taking responsibility for their behavior, they've rectified the issues that led to that. They're not in their ego. I do think you will talk to them, and some of you will accept their offer. Because I do see there being some form of a commitment still here between the two of you. It's not completely over. So that being said, I can see that they hurt you deeply. You do have options, and this person is aware of it. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor in the reverse. That is underlying energy. You might be dealing with an Aries, but the Emperor in the reverse is a person who is very controlling. They're not very faithful. They're selfish. They do what they want to do when they want to do it without regard for others. If you have the Emperor, you always want the Emperor in the upright. So I feel like because of this behavior, everything's spinning out of control, and because of the selfish behavior of this person, I do feel like it crushed your hopes and dreams, and you have not forgotten it. So it does have to be addressed. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card. Just be sure you're not like rushing into, you know, a reconciliation and then, you know, stepping back and saying, wait a minute, we never talked about this. All right. So your card says time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and each cycle. So it could be that this is a temporary ending. It could also be that, you know, you're going to decide to end this for good. Some of you are, because there's someone new here. But either way, you know, this is basically saying that this cycle needs to be closed out. And it has to be closed out properly. All right, I hope this has been helpful for you, Pisces. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and also hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you guys in your next reading, Pisces, know that you are loved, and namaste.